What's up, guys? This is Will, Will's Gadgets and More, back with another video. So today I'm going to be talking about some of the things that I don't like about my Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra. Now, I should name this some of the things that make my experience with the Tab S8 Ultra less enjoyable. None of these things I'm going to talk about are deal breakers, and not all of them are Samsung's fault. But there are a few things that make this device, when I'm using it at times, less enjoyable. So the first thing is this keyboard case combo. Now, Samsung has made a great improvement. They have improved on the keyboard experience from the one that was with the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 Plus. They have added a nice black backlighting to the keyboard that has 3 stages of brightness, which is great. It does have a nice big wide keyboard trackpad, and the keys are easy to type on. But one of the things I don't like about this keyboard is I don't like this design. This design is one that I've never really enjoyed on any kind of tablet. I do like the idea of having the kickstand on the back of it. I do like the idea that you can separate it. But when you try and use this on your lap or just using it on the table, this thing's going to take up a whole lot of space. So that's one thing I don't like about the keyboard. It's just huge. It makes the tablet is already huge. So the layout with this, with the kickstand, makes it even more less than desirable with this. Now, if they would have came up with a keyboard, something like the one with the Magic Keyboard that Apple has, the footprint of it would be less. And you could take the tablet off and use it as your tablet when you need to, and put it right back on. Now, I do like the idea of the kickstand on there, but the whole design of it is kind of whack to me. Sometimes when you throw it in your bag, you come back, the magnets are strong, but when you come back, it's separated. So the design of it is kind of not what I like. The next thing I don't like about this is this FN button. Now, every time you want to adjust your brightness, if you want to adjust your volume, you have to press this FN button. Now, there may be a way to get around this or lock that out. I'm not sure. But if I'm watching a video or something and I need to adjust my volume or something, you got to use 2 hands. Unlike on something like my MacBook Air or any other laptop, you can just press the button that you need and it works automatically. So I'm not sure if this is capable of locking that out. Someone could mention that in the comments. It will be great. So the next thing about this tablet keyboard, sometimes when you're in an application or something, my pointer right there that you guys see, it'll just disappear, and it takes a few taps of the trackpad or the spacebar for it to reactivate. Now, that was supposed to have been taken care of in the last update, but that problem is still there from time to time. It depends on which app you're in. Certain apps or viewing content on the web, the pointer will just disappear and you have to tap several times to make it reappear. So that is something that makes this tablet just a little bit annoying when you're trying to use it. Okay, so the next thing that makes this tablet less enjoyable to me is some apps are still not optimized and open up in landscape or portrait mode. Now, there are ways around this. You can go into the labs and set the settings to where they're open, but they're still not quite the same resolution that they have to be, some apps. And you also have Good Lock that you can install, and that'll help with a lot of them. Now, this is not on Samsung. This is on the app developers mostly, I think. But people that are not techie or tech enthusiasts, they will not know to go in and make those adjustments. So it's going to be a little bit frustrating to them, I guess, in a way. That's one thing that I wish the app developers would get on board and support us a little bit more. So sometimes I forget to set that, and I'll open up a new app or something, and there it is, showing its head that it's not in the right orientation. Now, my tablet lives in the DeX mode most of the time, so it's not a big issue with me as far as that goes there. So, all right, guys. So the next thing that makes this tablet a little bit less than enjoyable is the size of it. Now, I knew the size of this device before I picked it up. I knew that it was a very huge device, and that was one reason that I picked it up. So like I said, none of this stuff that I'm talking about is a deal breaker, but if you want to use this without the keyboard and hold it in your hand, and if you haven't seen it or picked it up, then let me tell you, it is huge, especially when you want to do something in portrait mode. It's going to be very tall, and hold it in landscape as well. But you're going to get some great content. Everything's going to look great. You definitely, if your eyesight is not great, then it's going to be nice. Now, I know I knew everything about the size of it and everything, but and I don't use mine as a tablet holding it in my hand most of the time. Most of the time I'm using it, it's like this. But whenever I do want to use it as a tablet, then that is something that is not, I wouldn't trade this for any other size of this tablet. But that is something that's a little bit annoying when you want to use this as a tablet. So another thing I don't like about this device is finding somewhere to put your S Pen. Now, I'm lucky enough to have this case keyboard combo that has a little slot right here where I can drop my S Pen in there and keep it safe. But I'm forced to use that all the time. What about someone that can't afford to get this case and they just pick up the tablet? What are they going to do with the S Pen? Now, you can stick it to the back of it, but that's not very secure. Over the long haul, it's going to eventually fall off and you're going to lose it. So I wish Samsung would come up with a way to have a stylo or figure out another way to keep your S Pen attached to your tablet so you don't accidentally lose it. Now, I love all the features of the S Pen. Always having to worry about where your S Pen is. If they will come up with just a way, I don't know if we want to make it smaller because this pen is definitely the right size, but maybe attach something to the tablet or come up with some kind of way where it's not so easy to lose it. All right, guys, so the last thing that is kind of annoying to me about using this device here is I like the idea of when you're in DeX, you can have these different windows open. You can resize them. You can put them where you want. You can have as many of them open as you want to. You can be interacting on Twitter while checking out ESPN or whatever apps you want to have open. Now, the problem I have is if you expand this app here and make it take over the whole display here. Okay, so I wanted to read that article or I wanted to check out something on there. So I'm going to make it back to a floating window. Then a lot of apps, as you see right here, you have to reboot them or they just won't go back to where they were when you had it full stream. So you guys see ESPN there kind of wonked out on me. And there are apps that you have to reboot as well. So one of them is Power Director, man. When I'm in the middle of making a video and I want to say take a break or whatever, say I'm in this video here and I want to say I'm going to take a break. Okay, I'm tired of doing this. When I make it to a smaller window, the app will restart. So with my MacBook Air M1, again, I know that is a full-fledged laptop experience there. I can go back with it in a smaller one and continue to work. With this tablet, it's going to close out and I'm going to have to go and find the spot where I was. So I don't know if that is on the app developers, on Samsung or whoever, but it is kind of annoying. I do like the idea of using DeX. In fact, my tablet stays in DeX mode about 90% of the time. So, but those are a few things that are annoying about this device and makes my experience less than desirable. None of them make me want to give up this device at all. So what I'm going to do is come back and I'm going to make another video about things that I like about this. I want to make a video totally about my DeX experience, Samsung DeX experience on here. And then I want to tell you, come back and just do my final review on it as well. So I'm Will. This is Will's Gadgets and More.